The coins fell from Martha's hand and hit Mr. Prute's wooden desk, one by one, ringing loud in the quiet store. Every man in the room turned to look. Someone laughed behind her back. "That's it, that's all she's got," a voice said. Martha did not turn around. She kept counting. Her fingers shook, but she did not stop. 2 years she had saved these coins. 2 long winters of eating less bread so she could save more. Her husband was gone, her farm was gone, and people in Red Hollow looked at her like she was already a ghost. But today she was buying something. Land. Real land with her own name on the paper. Mr. Prute did not even look up. "You know that land's no good," he said. 40 acres and every inch of it drowning in bamboo. No wagon can cross it. No cow can graze it. Men twice your size walked away from that land, Mrs. Coyle. "I heard," Martha said. Her voice was small but steady. "Then why buy it?" Martha placed the last coin down. She looked up at him, straight in the eyes, something poor widows were not supposed to do to rich men. "Because nobody else wants it," she said, "and I need something that's mine." The store went silent. Mr. Prute blinked, surprised. Then he laughed, a short, ugly laugh, and pushed the paper toward her. "Fine, sign here. Waste your money if you like." Martha signed her name, slow and careful, like it mattered more than anything she had ever written. Walking home that evening, dust on her boots, the town's whispers followed her like flies. Poor Martha, foolish Martha. She bought a swamp of bamboo with her last coins. But Martha did not feel foolish. She felt something she had not felt in 2 years. She felt like she owned something the world could not take back. The goat bell rang fast and hard, somewhere deep in the green wall of bamboo. Martha froze. That was not the normal sound of a goat eating. That was Pepper's scared sound. "Pepper," she called. No answer came back, only the bell ringing faster now. She pushed through the bamboo, arms up to guard her face. The tall green stalks cracked and snapped as she forced her way through. Sweat ran down her neck. Her heart beat hard against her chest. Something was wrong. She could feel it in her bones, the same feeling she had felt the night her husband did not come home. Then the bamboo opened up, all at once, like a curtain pulled back. Martha stopped walking. Her mouth fell open. There, standing alone in a small clearing, was a tall stone chimney. No house, no walls, no roof, just cold gray stones, black at the top from old fire, reaching up into the sky like a hand frozen in place. Weeds grew thick around its bottom. Broken wood, rotted soft with age, lay scattered in the dirt like old bones. Pepper stood near it, stomping his feet, refusing to move one step closer. The other 4 goats had stopped eating too. They stood still and quiet, ears pointed forward, staring at the chimney like it was alive. Martha walked slowly toward it, her boots sinking into soft, dark dirt. Her hand reached out, shaking, and touched the cold stone. "Someone lived here," she whispered. "Someone's whole house, gone." Her fingers moved along the base of the chimney, feeling the rough old stones. Then she felt something different, a gap, small and dark, hidden behind broken wood and dead leaves. Not a crack made by time, a hole made by hands. Martha's breath caught in her throat. Something had been hidden there, on purpose, and it was still waiting, after all these years, for someone brave enough to reach inside and pull it out. Martha's fingers touched something wrapped in old cloth. Her hand froze inside the dark hole. Whatever it was hard, cold, and heavy. She pulled it out slowly, dirt falling from her sleeve. A metal box, rusted brown and red, its lock broken with age but still shut tight, like it did not want to let go of its secret. Her goats stood watching, silent, as she carried the box back home that evening, holding it against her chest like a baby. That night, candlelight flickered on the wall of her small house. Martha's hands shook as she lifted a hammer. One strike. The old rusted lock cracked open. Inside lay folded papers, yellow with age, soft at the edges like old leaves. Martha unfolded them carefully. Her eyes moved slow across the faded words, her lips moving without sound as she read. Land papers, real land papers older than she was, and a name written clear and proud, Whitfield. Her breath stopped. She kept reading. A note, written in careful handwriting, told a story no one in Red Hollow ever spoke about. A black family, once slaves, once free, had bought this very land, fair and legal, long before Martha was born. They built a home here. They built a life here. Then one night threats came. Angry neighbors, hateful and cruel, told them to leave or die. The family ran in the dark, leaving everything behind: their house, their fields, their dreams. The house burned. Only the chimney stood, silent and alone, waiting through the years for someone to remember. Martha's hands trembled. Tears filled her eyes and fell onto the old paper. This land was not cursed. It was not worthless. It was stolen. Taken from people who had every right to it. People who had to run into the night just to stay alive. Martha sat there for a long time, candle burning low, the truth heavy in her hands. She could burn these papers. No one would ever know. But the chimney outside, standing alone in the bamboo, seemed to be waiting. Waiting for her to choose. 3 nights passed and Martha did not sleep. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the chimney standing alone in the bamboo, cold and patient, still waiting. She could burn the papers. No one would ever know. The land was already hers, bought fair, signed legal. No judge, no neighbor, no soul in Red Hollow could take it from her. But burning paper does not burn truth. Martha rode into town, the old box tied tight behind her saddle. She walked straight into Judge Harmon's office and placed the yellow papers on his desk, her hand steady this time, not shaking like before. "This land was stolen," she said, "from a family named Whitfield. I need you to help me find them." The judge read every page, slow and careful. Then he looked up at her, surprised. "You know you don't have to do this, Mrs. Coyle. That land is legally yours." "I know," Martha said. "That's why I have to." Weeks passed. Letters went out to towns near and far. Finally, an answer came back. A grandson, Samuel Whitfield, lived 2 towns over, working hard as a blacksmith, poor, and never knowing the truth about his family's stolen home. Martha invited him to see the chimney. Samuel stood in front of the old burned stones, silent, his hands shaking as he touched the cold rock. Tears ran down his face, falling into the dirt where his grandfather once stood. "This was theirs," he whispered. "This was really theirs." "It's yours now, too," Martha said softly. She could not give away the whole 40 acres. It was hers, bought and paid. But she split the land, fair and square, giving Samuel a full share right beside the chimney, ground where his family's home could finally rise again. Red Hollow never called it worthless bamboo land again. They called it Chimney Fields. A place where a poor widow and a forgotten family both found something they never expected, hidden for years in cold stone, waiting only for someone brave enough to listen.